welcome back to a short Q&A together with Deutsche Telekom IoT and the Things Industries. With us, we have here Afzal from Deutsche Telekom IoT. And welcome back to the studio, Afzal. So how are you? How are you enjoying the conference so far?
Hey, Winke, thanks for having me here. It was a very exciting week. I already mentioned it a couple of times. I consider this conference and the people who are joining this conference, both the visitors and the companies who are having their digital booths and talks here, as the Get Things Done community within the full IoT ecosystem. And that is also what I felt this week. People who really know what they're talking about, people who really have experience with deploying real life IoT use cases out there. And this is still a big thing in if you look at the phase where we are today.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, we are very happy with this whole ecosystem, and all credits to our team. Of course, yeah, we're very happy as well how this is turning out. So now we know each other already for quite a while, and you with your full focus at Deutsche Telekom on IoT. So what's your view, and what do you think is the state of the market?
It's what you just said. We already know each other for a long time, right? And we already talk about collaborating between Deutsche Telekom and the Things Industries for a long time, because we both knew, from the beginning already that different technologies need each other. Different organizations need each other. And to answer your question, how I see the market right now, I believe that even though, especially you guys, the Things Industries and the LoRa ecosystem out there are already scaling and growing very fast, I still think that this is just the beginning. During the beginning of the COVID-19 crisis and even today, I realized that most of the companies, they are still worrying about how to work in the cloud, how to work with Skype or Microsoft Teams. So they are still very, very far away from IoT transformation.
So they're a bit like very early in the digital transformation, let's say maturity phase. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. And I think I think that and many colleagues, they will not like what I'm going to tell you right now, but I think that we operators, we have a lot of power, a lot of reach, and a lot of means to invest. And I think it's our role to drive this phase of digital transformation and to accelerate it. And I have to admit that so far we've not been doing that. Smaller initiatives, community initiatives have they have taken this role. And I think, with this collaboration between DT, IoT, and the Things Industries, I think it's starting.
Very, very interesting. Yeah. So I can second that, and I think also what we see when we talk to customers is that also IoT is an enabler for a lot of companies to finally start thinking about digital transformation. So a lot of times the physical processes or the real world actually is actually limiting a corporation to go into digital transformation, and IoT is the key to the castle for them. So totally agree. So yeah, I really love what we're doing as well, combining two technologies where LoRaWAN is super strong and building IoT networks for the last mile for the site, and of course LTE-M is very strong to build this macro network where you can provide connectivity. And we have seen so many customers struggle with providing a solid backhaul, providing access to a backhaul, so making sure you don't have to connect to the local networks and that kind of things. So yeah, so just reiterating a bit on what we're doing is that we're presenting this proposition together where the backhaul of the LoRaWAN gateway is provided by Deutsche Telekom, LTE-M. You are on the way to make sure that the LTE-M network coverage through your proposition is going to be global, right? Can you tell me maybe a bit more about the LTE-M proposition there?
Yeah, look, and I have to be honest again, right? Because many people listening to us right now, they know how it went with narrowband IoT. But the expectation of LTE-M roaming it looks much more better than narrowband IoT. It's easier to deploy for operators, and you can also already see today that the LTE-M coverage it's maybe even bigger already than narrowband IoT, and some roaming agreements are already there within Deutsche Telekom. So talking about this proposition or joint proposition, we have at least some coverage in Western Europe, and other countries in Europe are following soon, and even the US is following soon.
Okay, super interesting. And specifically, also what we see is that what our customers like around using these cellular backhauls is also the APN and the VPN associated to this that can be directly fixed to single backend IP addresses, which just makes the whole thing extra secure. You have the gateway end-to-end security and the LoRaWAN device end-to-end security there as well. So yeah, that makes it very strong. Yeah, again, we are super excited about this, and yeah, we're inviting everybody to both the Deutsche Telekom IoT booth and the Things Industries booth to learn more about this proposition and the gateways that are compatible with this proposition. Yeah, again, very excited about this partnership. Anything else you want to share with the audience before we close up?
Look, this joint proposition between DTIoT and the Things Industry, I think it's just the first step. I think there is much more to come.
Yeah.
I don't know what yet, but I'm very sure about it. But I think we are going to learn that together.
Yeah, I totally agree. We have the customer problem. We have a complete workbench and a toolbox of IoT tools, of which you can have many technologies, LoRa or LTE-M or backend or cloud platform, etc. So let's build this workbench together. And indeed, this is just the beginning. Thank you very much for your time, Afzal, and we'll talk soon.